There we go. We're going to be doing some live writing today. It's going to be extremely exciting. So things have been kind of crazy lately. The reason I haven't been doing the live sprints is because I haven't actually been writing a lot. I'm currently in the process of editing a monster of a book, and it's not superhero related. So I was like, no one cares about this. But I've decided I'm going to do the live sprints on the superhero channel anyways, because I will be returning very shortly, 2 weeks back to superhero writing. At the moment, what I'm actually doing is I'm keeping notes on the story that I'm working on for my next superhero series. And it's coming together quite nicely. It's a 3-book arc. I know exactly where it's going. The characters are fleshed out. It's ready to be written. And on top of that, there's 2 other series that are kind of in the early stages of being played with, I guess. So once I get back to full-fledged like writing, I feel that this is going to go pretty smoothly. Right now, however, I have like a 55,000 word nonfiction piece that I wrote many years ago. I put it out in the market. It was a blog that I just packaged up, put it out, and as it paid my mortgage for many years, and so it was doing so well that I was like, okay, well, let me go back and bring this up to the level of writing that my readers kind of expect from me. And as I'm going through it, it's wow. Nobody should ever just say, I just hit the publish button. It's rough. So it's going from a 50,000 word compilation of blog posts, and it's being turned into a 80,000 word nonfiction piece. And it's really just about growing up in a small town in Maine and the romance of being a Mainer. And for those of you who might not know, people in Maine are different. That's really the only way I can explain it. It took me 3 years of writing and over 100 blog posts to kind of capture the essence of Maine. So what I'm basically doing is going through and bringing it up to my standard, making it a little more cohesive, and then it'll go off to my editor and get the royal treatment, and it'll go back out onto the market as a product that I can say I'm proud of, instead of praying that it's well received. So that's what I've been kind of doing in the background. Well, not the background. That's actually been very much my foreground. And it's a monstrous document. Some of the posts are super heartfelt, which, it puts you in a weird mindset to kind of revisit your youth. It's like a therapy appointment all the time with no therapist. So it takes a lot out of you. So my scrivener is yelling at me for not writing. So that's kind of what I've been doing in the background. Why I haven't been doing the superhero live streams, because it just felt like, oh, well, you're not writing superheroes. Well, you know what? I'm a goddamn superhero, so here we are. I'm also, not that any of you would care, I'm kind of doing a whole new kind of a lifestyle revamp. I'm getting up earlier, starting writing earlier, just putting more hours in, which just means the rest of my life has to fall in accordance with this new work schedule. But I'm sure many people, because of the pandemic, have experienced this quote unquote new normal. I really didn't, because my job didn't require me to change much, but now it's kind of hitting. I'm a little late to the party. I'm sorry. But let's set up for doing some sprints because that's kind of why we're here. So I'm going to do it starting at 10:10, and we'll go to 10:30. Let's 10:10, 10:30. Okay, just making sure I'm mathing correctly. One thing authors don't do is math. Trying to see. Let's see how many. If we can get some other authors to be popping in later this week. It just seems like this is a really big, a very busy time for folks, which is partly a good thing, partly a bad thing. I feel that a lot of people there's a new wave of stress coming. I can't explain it. I think the vaccine has brought a weird little bit of hope to everyone, and the promise of, oh, we can kind of start getting back to what life used to be like. I think the impatience is making how slow it's going feel even slower. So I'm feeling it. Everyone else is feeling it. We're all super tired. But damn it, I'm gonna get some words in. So if you're out there, if you're paying attention to me, I set the timer for 10:10 to 10:30. We'll be doing some live sprints. I got my jams all queued up. I apologize. You will be witnessing me singing along because that's the kind of morning I'm having. This is what happens when I get up and have my coffee at a reasonable hour. I get punchy. But as always, superherofiction.com. If you are into superheroes, love superheroes, whatever form they may take, you should definitely go check out superherofiction.com. It's kind of the one-stop shop for all things superheroes, which is kind of awesome. We have close to 500 books on there of, superhero, super awesomeness. So definitely stop by, check it out. Or if you want, you can actually chat right along and check out the Discord server. It's where we kind of hang out. We shoot the breeze. We talk TV, movies. Basically, it's geek paradise. I get so excited. We're so into this new Invincible that's coming out by Robert Kirkman. We just can't wait. March 26th is so far away. All right. The bot is telling me it's time to go to a sprint, and I will be back soon. I'm going to even, you know what? I'll share my screen. This is not superhero related, but you don't need to see that much of it. There you go. I apologize. If you can read the screen, I apologize. It's not superheroes, but here we are. Well, I unfortunately don't have uh, the best news. Despite the fact I uh, am writing, um, this is going to be more of an edit. So this time round, negative 17 words. Despite the fact I probably wrote 300, 400 maybe. Okay, 300, let's be honest. Um, I need to figure out why that's happening. Um, yeah, unfortunately for the editing process, everything goes super slow. I don't know why this is being so difficult. Okay, it's not at all being deleted on Facebook. Okay, StreamYard's just being kind of weird. Yeah, some of this writing is, I mean, I wrote this close to 10 years ago now, and it was a passion project, not a publishing project. So it's blog posts, it has a lot of images, it's a lot about recounting where I grew up. Again, not superhero related at all, though I do talk a lot about being a comic book geek when I was a kid, because, you know, comic books are awesome. So the unfortunate thing is, as I'm rewriting it, I'm putting in a lot of words, but then I have to delete huge chunks of stuff so that things are more coherent, which is not a bad thing. It just, on a statistical way, it looks like I'm losing words all over the place, which I kind of am. So let's do a sprint at 40 past. There we go. I had to set my word count to negative 17. But I have 31, 32 chapters left in this book, and my goal is to have it done in 2 weeks, so it can go off to my editor. So I'm not in a like official time crunch because my editor is being very open to when I deliver this, but I had to set some deadlines, or let's be honest, I just wouldn't follow them. I am, like many authors, the king of procrastination. So, and you can see on this over here, I don't know if it's actually, these are all the chapters I have left to do, which some of them I don't want to revisit. It's not that it's boring, it's just I don't like being in my head all the time, and this is very, very in the head. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm sitting on everything at the moment. What I really want to be doing is getting back to some superheroes. I've been making a killer soundtrack. Like I'm ready to go. This project is I started editing it probably 2 years ago, and it always gets put on the back burner. Unfortunately, it is also a project that has made me very good money, and so I'm kind of having to make some decisions. I need to chase money for a month, get it off my plate, and then I can start fresh. be all revitalized and really hit the ground running, and bang out. My goal is still 4 superhero novels for this year. And I have one that is mostly written. It needs an overhaul, but I'm kind of getting excited because I've had enough time to untangle the plot, and now it's interesting. I've hit whatever critical threshold where it's not just about the writing anymore. Now it's must see what these characters are going to do. Yeah. So I also have my beta readers reading this almost kind of on the fly as I'm writing it, which is also a little stressful because I'm having to manage comments and get feedback and work it back into the story. But again, it's happening. No one ever said the life of a writer is oh so thrilling. We can't all be Castle. No author is Castle. I'm just sorry to ruin any people's images here. No author has helped self-crime. I'm sorry. Nor can any author afford that loft. I don't care how many books he was selling. I would like to think if I was going to be that kind of author, I would definitely be Angela Lansbury. Also, from Maine, random tidbit. With all the people who died in that town or the crimes that were happening, man, that's an interesting police blotter. Doing the admin stuff, so when it's time to write, I can just bang out some words. It's never quite as exciting. Oh, Karen Diem is joining me. Not alone. Not alone. Karen's also editing, so someone to commiserate with. I don't know very many authors who are like, yes, I wrote it. Now I'm so excited to edit this bad boy. I feel most authors are like, unnecessary evils. Editing would be the super villain of my life. I kind of looks like Clippy, the paperclip guy from Microsoft. That is my arch nemesis right there. I'm 64 chapters into this book. Only a handful more to go. I can do it. Trying to keep up with a million different things. All right, we're getting into the next schedule. Oh, let me fix the banner real quick because I never remember to do that. So we're going to go 10:40 to 11. Woot, woot. All right, there we go. I'm going to go hop into sprint. Got my jams ready. I'm way too excited about music today. All right, here we go. And we're back, and this time I can actually say sprint 2, 585 words, which is way better than it has been. Quick shout out, Gucci, if you're watching this, shouldn't you be doing work? Stop being a bum and stalking me. I play a game on my phone, and my guild likes to come and taunt me. You give Gucci one shout out in a podcast. He thinks he's special. And of course, there's always Miranda out there. Love you, Miranda. She's doing work. I'm apparently background noise, which I find questionable. So yeah, the word count's going to go down. I'm rewriting a couple paragraphs, so I have to delete them out. And I'm sure when I delete them out, all of a sudden my word count's going to drop way back down. It's like this constant roller coaster of new and then delete, new and delete, new and delete. Ugh. Hate editing. I'm making good time. I'm getting through the stories that I need to be getting through. I have an accountability meeting later today with TL Heinrich, and I need to be able to say, like, I've done my work. Otherwise, she's going to yell at me. Sprint for 20, and let's go for 10. Okay, let me fix the banner. I actually try to remember to do the things. So many things, so many things. We're going to go for 11:10 to 11:30. And then there we go. Oh my God, Miranda, so yesterday I was talking to some friends. This is going to be a random tangent story, which does relate to writing, I promise. So for anyone who doesn't know, I'm currently in the very early process of immigrating to another country. And I have been reaching out to legal counsel and looking at real estate stuff and finances, and just it's a lot of upheaval. And it's all good, like it's what I want to be doing, but it's a lot of change all at once. And so I realized I've started a new business in the past 6 months, and it's going pretty darn well. I'm very excited for it. It's hitting my benchmarks and keeping my definition of successful. And my writing has kind of, I don't want to say fallen by the wayside, but it's kind of been trampled down a little bit. I've been keeping up at almost the bare minimum. And then even weird things like I was doing really good working out every day and going for walks. And I wound up during COVID, lost 20 pounds. And, I was killing it during COVID. Well, I don't know what has kind of changed, or the stress has gone up a little bit. So I put some of the weight back on. I'm still doing good, but I'm not losing the weight anymore. I'm not getting as many words in as I want. I'm just not doing very much, which it's a pandemic, so somewhat understandable. But because of all this weird upheaval in my life, I was like, I need to kind of take some control. So I decided to. A friend of mine, we both have Apple Watches, and so I make the joke that every time when I see him work out, and my watch is like, "Your buddy has just finished his workout," I'm like, "Crap, fine, I'll go work out." So, like, guilt is a really good motivator, and so he just started a new job too, so he hasn't been doing it as much, and so I was like, okay, you can challenge people in the app. And so we officially started a challenge. It starts today, so I have to work out today, um, because I gamify everything in my life, and somehow it works. And then the same thing. So he's my accountability buddy for working out, and then his husband is a real big foodie, and so like I run like food ideas by him, and he makes suggestions on how to either make it healthier or tastier, or just, I'm a pretty good cook, but I got some stuff to learn. And so he's kind of like my, I don't want to say life coach, but yeah, we're gonna go with life coach. He's probably gonna make me pay him now. Um, So that takes care of like my life. And then TL Heinrich and I used to have accountability meetings all the time. And we still do really well without them. We still talk a couple times a week. But we have all these other things to talk about. So it's been less about our projects, more, or our individual projects, and more about our group projects. And so I sent a message yesterday and I was like, can we have an accountability meeting? Just 15 minutes, just check in. These are what my goals are for the week. This is what I uh, uh, hope to achieve. Um, and here's my bare minimum, but here's what I'm shooting for. And those are really helpful, because when you have to go back to the accountability meeting at the end of the week and just do a quick check-in, you feel kind of like a dork if you say, oh, yeah, I didn't get anything done. And there's no guilt. Like, she's never been like, oh, well, you should. It's more like, what can I do to help you out? Or what do I need to send you a message every day to remind you? And those type of accountabilities are kind of priceless. And it's been really helpful with the Discord, because there's always people in there sprinting or people talking novel stuff. So I think having that buddy system is really helpful. And even if you're not like super close, you just kind of, it becomes like a challenge. Um, and, because Trish Heinrich was meant to always be my arch nemesis, we kind of treat it that way. So, yeah, we talk a little bit of smack, and, you know, get up in each other's business and chew one another out for stuff. But it's all like for the greater good. And so I strongly suggest, if you can just find someone who isn't, I'm not going to say on your level, but someone who will do a little bit of a check-in and push you to be a little bit further without adding any more guilt than you put on yourself. I think that's super, super helpful. Um, so yeah, accountability is, and I think during the pandemic, it's kind of hard. Like, you used to go to work and be able to be like, oh yeah, I did XYZ. Oh, okay. So you've been pretty busy. Now, the only person who judges me is me. And if you saw what my kitchen looks like right now, you would understand life is spiraled out of control. I already did one load of dishes today, and probably need to do a second. So yeah, I'm a little bit of a control freak, so I think bringing this back in, giving myself a schedule and a regimen, um, means I know what I need to do and what I should do. So that's my long rant for accountability. But which, speaking of accountable, awesome segue. I'm going to hop into another sprint. I think Karen is going to join me. We'll see. I think she's got kiddos, so I think kiddos, apparently you have to pay attention to them once in a while. This is why plants are so much better. All right, I'm going to hop back into a sprint. I have another story that I want to finish before lunch, and I think I can do it. A little bit of focus. All right, here we go. All right. I did not get that many words. I keep screwing up the bot. So, 731, subtract, I gotta do math. Only 146 words. Let's 146 words. I'm gonna call it a victory. I'm about halfway through this particular piece. And then I think what I'm actually most excited for is if I look, that will mean I have 30 more of these to edit. And I was making a comment earlier that if I can get it into like the 20s, then it feels like it's the downward rush to finish this project. I always pick up momentum when there's not a lot left to do because you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and apparently that's its own motivation. So I might be able to finish this next sprint, which will probably be our last for today. Let's see, we're gonna go because I have to go get the rest of my life in order so I can meet with Trish later today. Morning, Gucci. What do you do for work? Yes, his name is Gucci. And yes, we do refer to him as the Gooch. Because why wouldn't you? But the way I've kind of set up my day is I'm going to start writing in the morning. The goal is from like 9 to noon, so about 3 hours of writing. And then I'll do 1 to 5 for cover business stuff. And I feel like at the moment, with my current workload, that's very doable. So I actually have to work on a cover for Miranda. Gonna sit down at lunch and do some sketching. I have some ideas of what I want to do. And hopefully get her some book covers to help motivate her butt to do some more writing. Yeah, so I mean, it's a good Monday. What I'm most excited about is I just put fresh water in the hot tub, so I cannot wait to soak later tonight. Which reminds me, I need to read my email. Okay. Oh. The immigration lawyer emailed me, so I get all like, oh no, like adulting, and of course, then my house refinance people, like all my adulting happens at 11 a.m. apparently. God, I can't remember my phone number. I am so excited to get back to superhero writing. I miss writing about powers and action. I never thought I'd be longing for action scenes because mostly that's super boring. Um, let's see what. Do, 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 do. Uh, sorry, not super exciting. Downloading loan paperwork. Um, trying to be a good adult. And let's just say that is not easy anymore. It's kind of funny, like when you're younger, you think like, oh, I can't wait to be an adult. It's so much excitement. You get all this freedom, and no, you get to pay bills. You get to write paperwork. Um, Miranda's being a goober because she's all excited about getting cover stuff. I have to admit, like one of the things that excites me most is when you get cover artwork because I don't know, there's something about it, like seeing your ideas in a different medium, just super jazz. Um, I actually keep portfolio book of all. This is super huge. All my cover artwork from my artist. So this is me being a geek. I don't have enough wall space in my house anymore for it, so these are all my book covers. Here's my favorite one. It's just so cool. I get super stoked about it. And it's such exactly what was in my head. Like he's awesome for my reader magnet, for my Eleanor series, and then there's a new one coming soon. So I'm super excited by that. And he's already started working on cover artwork for my upcoming series, which is going to be like superhero sci-fi stuff. So get so excited. Um, and yes, I don't do my own artwork because I can't be objective, and I really just like seeing other people's artwork. It's so cool. I like supporting other artists. All right, I'm gonna hop in for 20 more minutes. Um, we'll see. Like I can get this done. Can get it done. Must be jazzed. I'm going a little crazy, is what it is. All right. Got the clock right? Okay, here we go. All right. Not a shabby finish. Sprint 4 is coming in at 330 words. And I'm excited to say I only have a paragraph left, and this story is done. If I can get one more done today, then I'm down to 30. That's just, that number for some reason seems exciting. It's 1/3 of the book remaining, which editing, it never ends. Never, ever, ever seems to end. It goes on and on and on. It, I don't know how authors do it. Some of them like, oh yeah, I just edited a whole, I don't know how you do this. Yeah, for me, it's a time consuming gauntlet that I am constantly being punched as I run through it. But here we are. It's happening. So I'm going to call it a victory. Okay, so I'm going to package this up for today. I'm going to head out. I'm going to go take my lunch break and go do a little workout and some shower and get some grub, and then shift over to the other half of my day. So I will be back tomorrow because I need accountability and I need to make sure that this gets done. All right. So I will see everyone tomorrow. Make sure you stop by superherofiction.com. I'm so bad about dropping this. Oh, and we even have a banner for it. What do you know? Helps if I turn off the other banner. There we go. All right. So I will see everyone tomorrow. I'm going to shoot for about 9 to 12, but it most likely will be 10 to 12. And hopefully I can convince some other authors to come join me because talking to the camera is just super weird. All right. I'll chat with everyone later. Take care and have a great day writing.